Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome back from a hopefully relaxing and long holiday vacation. I know I needed it and I was really good. And normally I get sick between that week, and I was really good. And as you can hear now, it showed up. First of the year when I had all my big, amazing New Year plans. Uh, it's like, well, maybe you need to wait a little bit. So it's actually perfect for this coffee and compressed air because I think every year people are like, this next year, I'm going to do all these big things, set these big goals, and then, things outside of our control happen. And then sometimes nothing happens because we're a little over ambitious. So I'm very much looking forward to what you have to kind of break this down to make some of these big tasks for compressed air a little more realistic and to give people the smaller steps that they need to actually make these big changes and have this big impact. Some of the projects that we've already done, they look so cool in breaking down these really big, massive compressed air systems into bite-sized pieces.
Yeah, yeah, Danny. I got sick during the holidays, so I used the time. Um, yeah, I was thinking, what do you want to talk today about? Is it like New Year's resolutions? What are the goals for the New Year's? Coming to the compressed air system, I want to share a little bit of the personal experience that I usually don't share. So I'm usually a compressed air person, and pneumatics. I used to write goals for the next year, like smart goals, measurable. It has to have the end. But even like for things like go to dance class, like sing more, go out like more with my dogs and this kind of stuff. But at the end, you get like more disappointed because the life happens in between that, and you don't achieve like your goals, right? And then I was thinking, I don't want to set up these goals. I just want to set up the goal for this year that I want, how I want to feel. I want to feel more creative. I want to have more time to make creativity. I want to relax more. I don't want to be a crazy hustle entrepreneur. I want to choose events only that I like, people that I like, and to work with people for people that I like. I think that this is the main thing, to work with people that you like, do what you like to do, and also for the companies that appreciate your service and really need it. And I was thinking, from here, probably other people also want to do the same because we've been living in this hustle world for so much time that I understand how it is overwhelming for energy managers, for energy agencies, for people checking the reports of the auditors, understand when to give money, when not to give money for the retrofits, energy managers doing the audits after audits, inviting external expert, talking with their internal expert, hiring new people. So it's super overwhelming. And then compressed air system, it's actually like a life. It's so complex. You don't know where the beginning, where the end, where you find energy, how much you've paid for your energy, and what is your waste at the end, and how many things didn't work out and lead you to a depressive state and some illness in the end of the year. So I was thinking, like, this is exactly, we have a lot of heat transfer, we have a lot of emotions, we have a lot of
Yeah.
crying, loss, but at the same time, everything is complex and break down in the at the end. We just want to have a calm, peaceful life, calm, peaceful compressed air system. It doesn't have to be extraordinary. It doesn't have to be super duper. It's just a compressed air system, but it drives your processes in the factory. And to drive these processes in the factory, we can just cut it in the single steps, in the smaller steps. And today I want to share with you, and with those people that came to work the first week, poor things. I mean, I wouldn't have time to the podcast for sure. For everyone who joined us, or maybe you also rewatch it. Um, but I want to share with you how we're going to help you this year with that. And I'm super confident that we are going to help you this year to break down and to make you feel more confident and calmer with your compressed air systems without installing any monitoring at the beginning, but just understanding it better, what you're dealing with, and planning it also better. So we, together with our C&CA, the engineering program that we have, we developed a tool. So just imagine that you have something where you, let me share my screen. Imagine that you have a system where you have all the data about your compressed air system that you ever collected. For example, you have a lot of information on the measurement. You collect a certain data from, you have the PDFs, you have a lot of Excel tables, you have a lot of photos, diagrams of your equipment and things. And then once you collected everything, you can do, or we can do for you, and we can help you. You can just use yourself. You put together your entire system. It can be just as simple. It can be more complex. And after you do everything, you can have the information about your supply equipment, about your piping, and the most important thing, about your production areas. So, and after you understand your production areas, you actually can have the optimized model and seeing just in a click what are your energy savings, what are your electricity savings, and of course the CO2 reduction. So, but it don't just stay with you as a fixed report or PDFs or data that you need to understand again, and again, but it's rather goes into the action plan for you, for your facility manager, for operators that can review it and then can create out of it action. So all problems that have been found in the system, simply you can optimize it with the C&CA, and it shows you in the green, as you can see, it shows you which components or which processes you need to replace, optimize, reduce, do anything what makes the engineering sense. And it is not based on the opinion of someone, it's based on a pure physics calculation and engineering system. And every single step of this, then you can connect into the bill of material, the components you can buy, you should buy, and then into the tangible action plan that simply you can analyze, you can put as a completed in progress, and you can see what is the progress of each step. So you can plan it as we usually do it, put some cost for this, associated for this, see if you can calculate annual savings just for that that action, or maybe not. But in general, you can see and create it in the entire report. Then you can discuss together with your management and finally share it with all other team members that you have, not becoming simply just a report, but let's say a entire project management system for your compressed air. So what do I try here to do? And this is our new tool, and honestly I think you really should try it, because here it is connected the project management part, very simple, very well organized. It is connected the bill of material and our digital marketplace with all the components that are presented in the C&CA, and it's also connected with our C&CA system. So here we have a lot of calculators, we have a lot of analysis here. So this is import from the desktop version. So I just worked on my project from the desktop, and then I just put here, and then I can analyze it also. It has, of course, a lot of AI analysis, but it's AI analysis helping just to create the report and find the findings, not the physical calculations, because I think you shouldn't start with AI right away. You don't take a photo of all your compressed air system and put in ChatGPT and ask how to optimize it. So it has to be a physical, reasonable layer for that. But it just helps you to find the way, what could be the what the system tells you to improve. So it also can analyze photo. For example, you take a photo of the dust collector. So here you see it shows that it shows you that you need to increase the pipe diameter, you need to reduce the pipe near this dust collector, replace some applications. do that. And then, for example, this already was created as an action, and this part of action is still, you can put it and evaluate it. So it has a lot of AI tools that helps you to write the text, analyze some images, analyze the photos of the equipment, analyze the photos of the model, and behind the model, it's the physical savings, physical application, and calculations, and the complexity of a compressed air system. And what I really see the difference is that whenever you get the auditing report, all the actions are simply connected. All the savings are completely connected. For example, if you reduce the pressure here, then it somehow automatically calculates and you can reduce pressure everywhere, and then here you get savings 7%. But it's not true. So you need always to calculate compressed air system in the entire chain. So if you reduce pressure in one component here or here, you cannot reduce pressure here because you need to check every single application after. And it will reduce a little bit of the flow. It may change some here, some components here, some effects on the other processes, but you need to adjust other components here. So it's extremely complex systems, and I understand why it is still untapped potential. So we still focus on the leak detection, on some compressor control room, and so on and so on. But in general, the demand side, I understand why it is scary. So this year, we don't want to make the demand side for you scary. So we can take care of this for you, and we can help you with these tools, because once you model it, once you understand, and this is to get this kind of models, it's enough just to go through the facility, take photos, and collect the data. For that, we also have a tools that we're developing right now. Then you can create a tangible action plan in order to get the savings that you want to achieve. And I think this is very important. So at the end of the year, you just, instead of going into the depression that the things didn't happen, you just can go here and see, okay, did I order this pipe? Did this? Did it happen? Did it change my system? Did I actually get the savings that been promised for me? That this model worked for me or not? And then make your life easier, and hopefully use maybe for any other facilities or system that you want to try also in the future. So this year, our goal and our wish is for us to have more time to be creative. I want to go to a dancing course, so I want to sing more and play piano more, because I have the tools that we developed automatically analyze a lot of systems. You still need to have an engineering understanding, of course, to do these models, but either we can help you, our engineers, or probably in-house you have someone who already works with compressed air systems and simply just can put together a compressor model together with the pipe and see if the pipe diameter is correct, or to go into the more complexity, we always can support you, because we also want you to be more creative. So have time, not to go into the crazy 80 pages reports. So we are living now in the world where we have the quick services AI. I already feel I saw this picture, like this man that the guy is asking, like, generate. So here is the 4 sentences summary, generate for me the report, and then it generates the report. And then on the other side, his colleague receives this, and she's like, okay, here's the report, generate for me 4 sentences summary. So I feel like we're in engineering business. We are in energy business. We need to solve problems, not generate paper. So please, let's start solve problems and not generate paper. I generated paper myself. I have such a wonderful calculations backed up by our models, and I had to put it in the 4 pages report because it was not enough. Mm-hmm. And I had to show it to then the people, because not all engineers, not all people in the facility, stakeholders in the facility, can understand the model, right? You show it to engineers, engineer understands it. For example, I need to have the flow, I need to have the PID diagram, so I understand what is happening in the system, and I know, okay, this pipe I need to change. But when you go to purchase, when you go to
Mhm.
finance decision people, they're like, okay, whatever, how much it costs and how much it's going to save, what it is a payback. So we created for you the tool, and I think you should jump to it and just call us, contact us. And
Mhm.
it is not a public tool yet for the project management. What we do, we create the digital twin of the facility, and then we give you the tool together with this digital twin. So don't miss this opportunity now.
Perfect. We have a couple minutes, and I know we've had internal conversations and we've had private conversations with different people in the industry. So I think there's a little bit, I think we should take this one to clear it up for the whole year
Oh
on
yeah,
how we were. I know this is unscripted, but I'm like, oh, we have 4 minutes, so let's use it. Um,
let's do it.
some people get confused that we are resellers or like distributors ourselves of different components. And I think it's easy to see or to come to that conclusion because we do work with certain partners and we do media, we meet them out in places. So it kind of looks like we're reselling their product. Um, but can you explain exactly, like just plainly, kind of how the ecosystem works? Because it is a lot of different connections that I don't think people are used to yet, or it's
Yeah.
new. It's something new. And people are trying to fit it into old models of like, okay, distributor or auditor, and we're kind of not either one of those.
No, and this is actually, I agree with you, and I don't blame people that think that we are exclusive distributors of some companies. So, but yes, I would like to understand, and we will have more conversations about it. We're
Mhm.
updating our website, we're updating our tools. So you see that we have now a lot of digital tools also coming in. We started as a company that created the software, engineering software, and similar as Amisim or Simulation 6, maybe the names that you don't recall if you're not like engineer, like that, you're never gonna use it. But the idea was to create the software that then calculate the systems that are complex. So this was the whole idea. To make it easier, you need to have a real components there, because once you start to do the calculations, you put all the components, meaning that for each component you need to have dozens of parameters. And instead of putting it by hand, you need to use the catalog of these components, right? And our business model is that I called it at the beginning, let's say, as a smart marketplace with engineering solutions. Energy as a service, I don't know, I'm not sure. I cannot find it the same thing in other businesses. I cannot say we are Amazon of compressed air of industry, we're
Yeah.
marketplace. It's not true. So what we have a set of digital solutions. So we have online calculators, we have the auditing tools, we have now this tool for the baseline assessment, engineering software for compressed air system, where the all suppliers of pneumatic component and compressed air components can participate in the way that they pay subscription in order to be in our ecosystem. It's a marketplace. So competitors also can be in this.
Mhm.
So the software, it's an engineer, because it is an engineering software, it doesn't suggest that this supplier A is better than supplier B because his subscription fee is higher. First of all, subscription fee are the same for everyone, and it suggests only the best solution according to the technical uh, parameters. So it's not because this cylinder is better color than another one. It's only technical parameters to fulfill the task in your machine and in your system. So it is, I would call it for now, maybe it is a simpler, it is a smart marketplace and ecosystem where the suppliers can promote their solution through a smarter choice. So through the selling the solutions through the technical and engineering projects rather than the directly into the, because I know it is extremely hard to, I see it all the time on LinkedIn. Our a component. I'm not gonna go like I see one company that is persistently, it's not in our ecosystem, so persistently showing one component said it says 35% of compressed air system, it saves the world. It's a teeny tiny component that's not present at every machine in the factory. You might even not have it in your production. It might save 20% only for this process, but
Mhm.
not for not until the compressor room. The same thing I see that, okay, let's do here demand side, we save here 20%, but it might be zero in the generation part. I know it so well because I was for 10 years, I worked in the research and in development on the pneumatic systems. And when I got excited that I developed the system that saved 25% of the one production line, in reality it was zero because nothing was adjusted at the end.
Yeah.
So, and this is why for suppliers it's extremely hard, and now it's hard and hard to start to sell it. And I see that we're still living in a very old world where the behavior is changing so much from the how we buy things. And now, I'm sorry guys, but your catalogs printed in PDF will not work at some moment. So it's whenever the energy managers see that my teeny tiny, let's call it nozzle, says 25% for this thing, it will not, they understand it that it will not do the big thing in the until the compressor room. You cannot sell your component just one. You need to sell it as the solution inside the system.
Mhm.
And this is what we do. So we want to make easier to sell good components, size correctly, choose them correctly. And we want to help energy managers and facilities, factories, also the companies that design and produce production lines, just to make the
Mhm.
process easier. So you have one single tool from the design to the purchasing.
Mhm.
So, and then the same thing also for auditors. So auditors are welcome in our ecosystem. Distributors also, you can use all these tools for your customers. Our facilities energy managers are also welcome. You even can find in the future experts with whom you can connect, that can come and, for example, someone can do audit, install sensors, another one contractor install these things. Now you can find the components and suppliers, manufacturers. In the future you'll be able also to find the experts in your field. So we will do a lot of more things this year about us, and we're not making money on any uh, percentage of the supply. It's a totally just a subscription based fee, as well as for the software, as well as for being the ecosystem. And we are not bought by any company, so we are brand neutral truly. So we are not bought by any company. We have our shareholding is super easy. It's 80% we, us founders and them employees. 80% it's the Californian John Port Foundation, our CEO, who've been in the solar business for a long time and now helping companies that where he can see really can truly decarbonize industry. And this is why we're not going to belong to any other component suppliers and don't have these plans. Otherwise, it will not make sense. We already got this talks, not official offers, but talks. But I'm like, it will not make sense.
Yeah.
You cannot be brand neutral if you sold the 10% or 20 or 50% of your company to the supplier, and then it shows the preference in the catalog.
Mhm.
So it is an ecosystem. We want to connect technologies, innovations, and experts in our field to make it easier. So we want to see a real impact and not just see how the single solutions are sold, let's say, what is also good, but it can really accelerate. I think that the real decarbonization, real energy savings in the old industry, we don't need, we in the industries that have a lot of potential for the savings, that was never mentioned to be efficient, and it's okay. And now we just need to rethink a little bit how we deal with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Now that took us over, but I think it was needed, and we should just do it on the first one of the year. And we will have more if you're interested or you have questions or want more information on how we're working on our big very big vision that we have. Um, please reach out to us. You can reach out to us here on LinkedIn. We do have an info email. I'll put that in the comments. So it's info@direktin.com. So I can add that in there if you want to email us. That goes directly to us. So we'll be able to reach out to you and we'll go from there. We won't take any more time. Thank you for those of you that joined us. I see there's a couple people still here, even though we went over time. So thank you. We appreciate it. We're so excited for this year, and we do have really big goals, and we will be sharing more as more develops and as we get more case studies. We have some really interesting numbers, some really good projects in the works, and a lot of people that we're talking to and working with. So I'm very much looking forward to this year.
Yes, me too. Don't work too hard also, okay?
Yeah.
Think about it. Which service I need to purchase or do that I don't work too hard? What
Yeah.
makes my life easier? I think this should be our goal
Yes.
now.
Yes. No, I agree. Just as sales, from my perspective, just going through and being on LinkedIn. Like I showed you this morning, it last year, in the last year, it was 140,000 LinkedIn members that my account reached. Like as a salesperson, I could never make that many calls, emails without being like weird. So like you know what I mean? Like without like mass sending stuff out. So
Yeah,
so that's good. But yeah,
yeah.
so working much smarter to get a really big impact and having the right tools helps. So if you're questioning starting LinkedIn, highly recommend, especially if you are trying to make a really big impact and use your time wisely. Definitely. So we can all, and it's a really good creative outlet. Like you can do some fun, lots of fun things. I mean, whether you're into video, going live like we do, we kind of do a little bit of everything with images, pictures, diagrams, all the fun stuff. So
Yeah. Be
highly,
sure to follow us. So
yes.
we have every Thursday coffee and compressed air. If you have a special topics you want us to discuss, or even if you want to join our conversation and you have something to say, because this year it's not only about the technology but about the people. We want to get more people that work in the industry and bring it out. So I think it would be really nice. Maybe once a month we can have experts. We did it also last year in the past coffee and compressed air. We also have amazing colleagues. We have, which not just two of us in Direktin, so we have our marketing specialist that is really great. Maybe he can share something about the marketing in the pneumatic system because Dima is our marketing specialist, actually has the same education as me in hydraulic and compressed air system from Moscow University. That's quite funny. So he's an engineer in our field, but marketing. We have another engineer, Andrei, who does the system efficiency and he does all the modeling, so really great. I think he also can share something. We have our amazing intern and in the business development, Elizaveta, so she also does really nice things in the CRM optimization. I think we can share with you our secret sauce and some AI tools that we are also using and
Yeah.
things like that, not just about the compressed air, but
Mhm.
yeah, something that we can bring more value and support to our audience.
Mhm.
You can share some sales tips too. You also did it last year, I remember.
Yes, I love that's my favorite. I could talk all day about that.
Cool.
And I'll let you talk about the compressed air
Yeah.
technicalities. So, so we can do that. But yes, we are open to so many topics because it all affects everything. Just like compressed air is connected, the way we work, the way we communicate with our customers, that's the way we make a bigger difference in the real world. And there's a lot out there. And I think is especially in compressed air, there's so many manufacturers, one single company cannot single-handedly fix or even attempt to be in every single facility. So there
I
has
agree.
to be a wide
I
range of
agree. Especially, I'm talking to component suppliers. Maybe next week we can talk about it.
yeah.
Really, guys, if you sell one single valve, it will not save 30%. It's an amazing solution. It should be presented. And if you want to scale up this,
Mhm.
you need to think systemically. So is it correct? I know. The same thing for pneumatic suppliers. Please stop working on the optimization of one single one single pilot for the valve. Show your customers how your system works and how system can reduce the energy consumption. Please try to think one layer higher. It's extremely important, because the moment you go the one layer higher, you install your wonderful system, and then you go into the compressor room, and then you see instead of 30%, 3%, you really get dismotivated. But your system, your component actually can do the difference if all the system is adjusted properly. So this is our goal. So it's about the adjusting all the components and not creating the rocket science out of it. Yes.
Perfect. Well, again, thank you, everybody. You know where to find us.
Yes. And enjoy your day. Don't work too hard.
Bye.
Bye.